Ooh. Hey, what's up, guys? I am Walker, and this is Evan, and maybe this is Andy. I don't know where I'm gonna be in this video, but here I am in the car with my dad.
It's great to be in Vietnam with you.
Yeah, thank you. All right, be quiet.
No, it's my car.
So, this week I flew back to the U.S. for my sister's wedding, and it was really just wonderful. I'm trying to stop shaking this camera, but we're currently driving to the airport. So Mai took me to the airport before I left Ho Chi Minh, and we stopped before and had snails, which was great. We'll go, when I get back to Vietnam, Santiago and Trent, two of our friends growing up, will be out there. So I'll definitely take them and the guys to this snail restaurant, which is fantastic. Evan and Andy hate snails, don't you guys? And then I went in the airport and went to Tokyo, where I had an 11-hour layover. I landed at like 8 a.m. on the red eye over, and yeah, it was just a weird place. Tokyo in 5 seconds, if I had to describe Tokyo, I would say it was chill. There are a lot of Asians. No, but it was cool. It had a unique style of like everybody walking around had like streetwear, or if they weren't wearing like streetwear fashionable clothes, they were wearing business, like white shirt, black pants. Everybody blended in there in that business uniform. It reminded me of like a Hong Kong with the subway, and it's super nice, and it's a beautiful place. So I got on, there's a monorail that led from the airport around town, and I was like, oh, I'll do this. I've got like 11 hours. I don't want to spend too much money. I'll just convert some yuan, some Chinese RMB to Japanese yen. So I had about 80 bucks. So I know this would be enough to pop out, go see like Shibuya crossing and get back. So it took me like an hour to get my plane ticket because I just didn't know how to read the signs. I was like trying to figure out, there's like a point system, but eventually I got it. I talked to this really cute, like nervous woman who worked at the information desk, and she was like, oh no, I'm sorry, but it's this, oh yes, oh no, I'm sorry. And it was just really cute. Like she was trying to speak English. She had decent English, but at the end I was like, okay, thank you, I'll just do whatever I do. Yeah, so I'd like to see more of Japan. It's pretty cool. Was riding around so I got my bus ticket, my monorail ticket, and I got on the wrong line right away. There's like multiple, like a yellow line and a red line that go through the same stop. I just got on the first one, and I was this is kind of chill. I'm just driving around the city. I've got a window seat. I can see everything. So that was cool. I've done that in like Hong Kong before. It's just get out and spend a day traveling by subway, and you really get to see the city. So I wasn't worried. It's kind of a theme of my travel, is like the joys in the journey. Fly by the seat of your pants and just explore. Be happy with where you're at. Don't worry about stuff that doesn't really matter. So anyways, I got eventually to the end of the line, and it was the right transfer to the right line. Where I got to Shibuya, which is like that big scene of everybody crossing in the crosswalk. And so I wanted to check that out. It was decent. It was pretty cool. But I couldn't find it at first. I was like walking around, just me and my backpack and my little bag, walking around trying to figure it out. Climbed to the top of this building where it had a beautiful view, but it wasn't Shibuya crossing. So I did find a bunch of robot bidets, which was amazing. Tokyo has these robot bidets with like side panel control, with like music and warming and everything. It's wild. So I hit the music expecting there to be some tunes coming out, and it was just like pee and flush noises in case you've got like stage fright or something. So interesting. Which I do have stage fright, but I just think of Jonathan Langenberg standing behind me. This guy I went to high school with, just this really like very comforting guy. Just picture him standing behind me going, "Hey, it's gonna be all right. Hey there." That's something in. Yeah. Anyway, this is getting kind of weird. I'm pretty tired. Here's my usual no filter rant. Evan, do you have anything to say? Cool. Good. Yeah, so robot bidets we found, and I found robot bidets instead of the Shibuya crossing, and the robot bidets were pretty chill. They hit you good, like a bum gun. So then I wandered around a little bit more, and I met a couple New Yorkers, and they, I saw white people, and I was like, they're on their phone, they look like tourists. I was like, hey, do you guys know where Shibuya Crossing is? And they're like, oh, we're actually looking for it right now too. And so luckily I was like, you mind if I tag along? I don't have Wi-Fi, and it's been tough finding this place. And so I tagged along with them. We went and got Starbucks above the Shibuya Crossing and just talked, and yeah, really nice people. And and then we went to this store, got some stationery, some interesting stuff. It's cool. I got to geek out a little bit about retail merchandising and how they displayed all their stuff in this store, which is super cool. It's beautiful. And then I went and got ramen and went back to the airport. On my way back to the airport, I had a lot of stress. And this is something that, it's my whole why I travel, because stress with traveling is nice to have, because then you come back and you realize, oh, it's going to be all right. Nothing really matters. You're fine. Roll with it. So, I was like out of money almost. I had like 3,000 yen left. And I tried to buy this like ticket to the airport, and it was a long ticket, cost like $1,500. And I went, and the guy's like, no, you've got the wrong ticket. Go to the information desk. I was like, shit. Hopefully I have enough money. Otherwise I'm gonna have to like barter these chocolates, because I don't think I told my bank that I was gonna be in Japan. They might freeze my account. Just stressing out. So I hope they speak English at this window. And then I just started thinking about, I'm glad that I'm on Earth, and everybody, like all these places follow the same conventions of like wait in line here, go talk to them. You can kind of figure it out and communicate even if they don't speak English. It's like, fuck, I would be absolutely lost on a different planet. Aliens and stuff. Whoa, aliens. Yeah, whatever. So anyways, I got home safe, got home nice. I was picked up by my father here in his car. He is going to be absolutely crushed by the robot overlords. He couldn't figure out his GPS on his phone. He needed to, anyways, he's going to be crushed.
Just the tip.
He's going to be absolutely crushed by the robot overlords.
If you weren't a size 17.
Yeah. I don't really know what that means either. My first meal in the U.S. was a slice of Godfather's pizza from a gas station and a bag of Wisconsin cheese curds. My second meal was some Mexican food, some bomb-ass Mexican food. And my last meal has been Hy-Vee Chinese. So it's a Midwest thing. I think all of those are Midwest things. Hy-Vee is a grocery store chain from Iowa. Wisconsin is a state in the middle of the U.S. that is known for cheese, and Godfather's Pizza is some really cheap and greasy pizza from Iowa, I think.
It's a nationwide chain.
Oh, it's nationwide, yeah, because Herman Cain was like the Godfather's guy, wasn't he?
Ben Carson and Herman Cain are the same person.
Okay. We can edit that out.
Oh.
You're disposable, Father, until the robot overlords come.
You're disposable.
Then you're disposed. Yeah, I got mad culture shock coming back, which is something that I have never had before. Basically coming back here, I was just wide-eyed like, oh shit, this is so different. It was like the same feeling I get when I go to a different country like Vietnam when we first landed, and you're walking around, you know, looking at all the small things that you just usually pass over. So for me, it came to a head at this point where I was getting gas at a Hy-Vee gas station in roadside in Ankeny, Iowa, and I was just looking at all the green space and all the houses and how it was weird. I don't know, something about it. I was just super happy to be back too. This weekend has been an absolute blast, an absolute joy, full of anticipation, family, happiness, love. It's been great. So that definitely played into it. But it was like I was hit over the head by culture shock, and that was cooler. And yeah, the wedding was absolutely perfect, and I say that with a little bit of bias, but it was really just beautiful. It was perfect. And so now I'm kind of off the hook. I don't really have to have a wedding because I got all the emotional, that like pangs of the heart that I love. It's like, you know, drinking red wine and watching La La Land on the plane over and back from Ho Chi Minh, and just getting all sad, falling in and out of love. Like at that wedding, standing up there, I was an emotional mess, trying not to cry. My heart was just jumping around in my chest. So yeah, so I don't really need to get married now. I've done all that, and that was cool. Unless there's any ladies out there, comment, subscribe. We'll see. I can take some applications. It was good to see my sister on that day. Like, this is a day she's been thinking about and planning her whole life, and it was important for me to be back. I was in the wedding party. I was a groomsman, and yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of our goal of location independence, is so that we can be where we gotta be when we need to be there, and this is, you know, part of it. I got to spend a week where I went from my dad to, you know, the wedding, my sister, to my grandpa, my uncle, my cousin, and then over to my mom and my grandma. And it's just, you know, if we can be wherever, it means we can be where we need to be, which sometimes is home. So I think that's about all I got. Yeah, glad that Evan and Andy had a good week, right, guys?
Yeah, we had a great week.
Yeah, awesome. And I guess I'll give you a sign off. You can take it or leave it, but signing off. We'll see you next week on Trekyeah. Right, Dad?
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
Trekyeah.
Get off the grass.
1,000 years. Trekyeah. Trekyeah forever. Woo!